We're going to talk about XRP and XLM price action. One of the two has found some near-term footing here and is looking to make the move on the way up, where the other is still struggling to find its spot. We're also going to talk about top executives in multiple companies making some changes. That's right, they're leaving, everyone. And crypto hot potato continues, as $900 million worth of crypto is on the line. But do they got the funds to pony up? The question you have to ask yourself, do you believe in coincidence? We're starting to get a bunch of hearings here processed by House Financial Services. Still waiting for that crypto one where they're going to vote on the markup, yes, to move it on to the full session of the House, to then send it to the Senate. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Heat map, well, okay, you guys get the point. There's a lot of red. We're down. We're going to talk about that later. Oh, I'm also going to throw in something a little juicy for you. A letter sent out by a company shutting its doors. It's what's in the letter that's kind of shocking, and actually it explains this whole situation in crypto very well. We'll get to that. Top Binance exec explains real reason behind sudden resignation. Basically said, hey, I want to spend more time with family, but then they also had some senior people in their legal department, some council people leave too, so okay. Polygon Labs shakeup, President Ryan Watt out, Mark Warren named CEO. Wyatt called the news bittersweet and said he'll be advertising Polygon, investing and otherwise staying in the industry. Remember, Polygon had more SEC action. Here's that tweet from Ryan, and as always, any article in this video, including my Twitter information, will be linked in the description below. It's bittersweet to share that I am leaving Polygon Labs at the end of the month. Our chief legal officer will be stepping up and leading, working closely with Sandeep Nawal. All right, so again, you've got a chief legal officer now taking over a company that's under SEC scrutiny. Very strategic. Again, do you believe in coincidence, all of these shakeups here? Gemini sues DCG. The suit alleges fraud and deception from DCG and aims to recover damages and losses related to the partnership. In January, the Winklevoss twins claimed that Genesis owed them more than 340,000 Gemini customers, a total of $900 million from their Earn program. Guess what? They're going after the money. They want Silbert's money. Does Silbert have it? It sounds like he doesn't. So they're going lawsuit, $900 million crypto hot potato. Here's that letter, by the way. There's a spot in here I'm going to share with you. Unbanked will be winding down. You've heard about Unbanked before on this channel. We've talked about them several times. We believe that building Unbanked onshore in the United States would be the smart long-term play. While other crypto companies grew rapidly offshore by avoiding strict regulation, we believe that engaging with regulators and following with their arduous process would ultimately position Unbanked to come out ahead. We learned this was not the case, and taking this path led to a lot of wasted time and excessive costs. To state it bluntly, U.S. regulators are actively trying to stop companies, banks and fintechs, from supporting crypto assets, even when companies are trying to do it correctly and by the book. Their efforts are working and ultimately limited Unbanked's ability to raise capital and run a self-sustaining business. Could not have said it better myself what is happening here in the United States, and companies are coming out publicly saying that they're getting screwed unjustly by U.S. regulators, taking things too far. That's why I brought this up at the hearings in the beginning and say, hey, you got to hit that subscribe button, because McHenry's going to try. They're going to see if they can get it through the House Financial Services. If that's a go, which most likely I think they got the votes, you're going to send it to the full House. The full House, yes, will have the votes, but Warren and the Senate are very anti-crypto, and you are going to have one hell of a tough time getting it between Warren and the Senate, but you got to start somewhere. XLM price talk. Hit the move up here. We have since eroded on the way down. Look how little the volume is. You see this big boom right here up at this 11.5. Nothing since. You know the story. We've talked about it now here for about the last several days. There's just no volume. There's just no juice to hold us up. There was no news to hold us up. XLM is still trying to find a footing. The deceleration of price is slowing down, which is good. We did see a little bit of double support here right around that 9.5. But not enough. I mean, the volume is just too low. There's just nothing there sustainable. It's not like you saw a bunch of buy orders kick in at 9.5 to kind of prop this thing back up. It broke through 10. It's fighting that 9.5 right now. Keep you up to speed. XRP price talk. Look at XRP. Several different attempts here have held above that 46 cent mark. All right, you saw big volume right here, along with big volume on this first one right here. XRP is developing footing a little bit sooner, but again, it's just near term. When we zoom out to the 1 month time period, you could see in the 1 month time period, we're actually down quite a bit. A month ago, we were at 52.4 cents, about 20% down from where we're at right now. There were a lot of people out there saying, hey, you know what? When XRP was making this move right here, and when XRP was making this move right here, saying, that's it, I've lost out on my buying ops. Same thing with the XLM holders out there saying, oh my gosh, you know what? Price of XLM, we're never going to get XLM under 10 cents anymore. XLM has spent the majority of time under 10 cents. So that adage does not work anymore. So you got some executive shakeouts happening, changes. Do you believe in coincidence? A chief legal officer taking over of a company? Yeah, because they want to make sure they're as compliant as possible going forward. The SEC is just brutalizing crypto. By the way, I did a story earlier about the SEC now going after a small DAO. Yeah, they'll be obliterated. No way will they have funds to be able to pull off any sort of legal defense against the SEC that's worthwhile. SEC can just steamroll these small crypto companies, and they're starting to do that. XRP, XLM felt some pressure here. Why? Recession fears. We know rates are going to be higher. European Central Bank, UK, US, right? The Fed has already said, hey, we're going to raise rates. So if we're going to raise rates, things are just going to be more expensive, and it's just going to take time. But we know the story. Now, the bigger story, though, is that XRP is doing a better job of clawing its way back price-wise than XLM. XRP is also finding a little bit more near-term footing. It's not solid, let's be real here. It's not solid. Volume's still super light. There's not much going on. And that letter from Unbanked was something, wasn't it? Put it blatantly out there that the SEC and regulatory agencies are destroying companies that are trying to be compliant, making it impossible for them to be successful in the United States. Both Stellar along with Ripple Labs are based in the United States, one feeling some formal heat, the other being pitched by liquidity by the shutting down of rails. Yes, the SEC, CFTC, Snoop D-O-double-G, whoever the hell you want to talk about, they are coming after crypto and coming after it hard. That's why we're waiting for the hearing to be announced from Patrick McHenry, Mr. Bowtie himself, about protecting crypto. Earlier in this video, I said, hey, you want to check out the more information that I got in the video with that story earlier? That's this one right here. You know what I'm going to do? Recover. Did 2 sessions today. Got 2 more left. You cool cats. Have a great rest of your day.